We got one of the hottest people in the industry right now, and multiple industries, because we're not just going to talk about music industries. Someone who has on just one song, because we're just going to talk about one song because he got millions of streams. But on one song alone, he has 50 million streams, became the first rapper in space, because who can do that? Okay.
Mm.
And he was on 2021's Double XL freshman class off gate, came in the industry banging. He has close to 1 billion streams across all platforms. I told you, billions of streams. Come on, get it together. With tracks platinum and gold, who better? And I am honored and humbled to be in the presence of none other than DDG. What's up, my guy?
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's up?
What's up? I just want to say, first and foremost, I am a fan. I've been watching you since the CMU college days. So it is a very full circle experience to now be able to talk to you on this type of level. So I just want to say thank you for your time. And, you're my age at the same time. So it's like seeing people like me in the industry who's killing the game. I just want to give you your flowers now so that you know that there's people out here who love and adore you. So
Thank you. That means a lot.
no problem, man. So we gonna hop into this, okay? Because I need to know some things about this album. Because first of all, it's called "It's Not Me, It's You."
Hmm.
Now I know you've talked about this already, but it's very much giving toxic vibes on this project. Were you meaning to be toxic? Were you trying to give different layers of yourself with this? What was the overall theme that you had going into this project?
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to let people into the mind of myself and let people know what I'm thinking. It might come off as toxic, but that's the whole point. It feels like it's not me that be, being a toxic one and be other people.
I feel like 'cause sometimes you have those inner thoughts that a lot of the times you don't want the world to know, but it's very humbling that you decided to let us all hear all the mess and all the insecurities and everything. So it was
Hmm.
definitely dope. So I know that you've mentioned before in other interviews that it wasn't that you didn't want a lot of collaborations, but at the same time, you kind of wanted to be on your own type of project. But with these collaborations, why did these come about? Like, why Polo G? Why Choppa? Why did these people make the cut?
These people that I'm cool with in real life, so I kind of just wanted to work with people that's easier to work with, and it's more organic. I feel like that's what really makes the song pop when you're doing it with people you got a relationship with and they passionate about the song too, so that
So,
they feel more obligated to help push the song, or what I'm saying, just be more a part of it because you got a relationship with the person outside of just the industry.
for sure. And when you're talking about uh, relationships in the industry, is it harder, do you think, for you to have gotten collabs for YouTube situations, or do you think it's harder to get collabs now with your music?
I feel like music is always, there's a lot of circles in the industry. It's a lot of closed circles, and everybody mess with somebody, or people don't really like to reach out and be friend. Everybody not buddy buddy, so it's like
Right.
it's always more difficult to collaborate musically with people. But I just like to keep it organic. I like to meet people as I am, and not on like a music standpoint, or like let the egos go to the side, and just collab, and it all just be fun.
Right. I feel it. I feel it. And you can definitely hear that you actually liked these people because I don't know how some things work, but in other people's projects, you can definitely hear the disconnect. In this one, people, you can clearly see that the message was love and like everyone understood the vibes.
Yeah.
So when you're in the studio and you're in the booth, I know that you're not much of a pen and paper, you're off the dome type of guy. Like how has the recording process changed for you from your beginning works like Balenciaga and all of the things that came out before this project to now? Like, what are the different things that have changed for you?
I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable in the studio now. It's easy for me to come up with a melody, or even little things like make music in front of people. Like when I first started, I couldn't even be in the studio with people. Like I kicked the engineers out and everything. Like I was a little too nervous and insecure about my music and what I'm putting out, and I didn't really want to have no outside opinion. So I kind of just was used to working on my own. But now it's like I'm more I keep the engineer with me. You know, I record in the room. I'm more comfortable with freestyling,
Hmm.
just like that. So I feel like just me being in the studio more, it's just vetted me to be better.
Right. Is there anything within that studio recording process that like you want to get more heavily in? Is it things like you want to learn more mixing skills? Like what is something that like you want to really hone in on?
Yeah, mixing. I want to get into producing really, really soon. I feel like producing is one of the keys that I'm missing to really become the artist that I want to be. Um, just little stuff like working on backgrounds and getting better at my ad libs. There's always room for improvement. So I'm just in there just learning.
I feel it. I feel it. So I know that you're probably just talking about producing your own stuff, but would you be willing to produce for other people?
Yeah, for sure. I produce for other people. I wrote for other people before, so it's like, it's I'm with everything. I just love making music. I just really enjoy it. So
Do you
even if
have
it's not,
do you have anyone in mind? I know one of your top people is Drake and 20 and 50 Cent. So would you want
yeah,
to produce for them or is it someone else that
yeah,
you want
that'd be
to
crazy. Hell yeah, that'd be dope. I'm not really hip to the producer game. I kind of know how it works. I know these beats is getting more expensive by the day. So, I feel like that's a business that I need to get into anyway,
Mhm.
financially. But yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. I just gotta, lock in and really get good with it.
So when it happens, I'm gonna come back to this clip and I'm gonna be like, he did it.
Oh yeah.
Period. Okay. So for obviously, I don't know if you know, but I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I'm like 2 hours and some change away from your hometown.
Hmm.
So the shout out that you gave with Straight Out of Pontiac, like you got to talk about the beginnings of like how you came to this. Cause all the people in Michigan, they're trying to get out and figure out how they can get their music to the point that you're at and where you're even going. So, what tips do you have for like Michiganders to like figure out how they can make it out of their small town?
I would say don't get locked into a Michigan sound. Um, Venture off, listen to different types of music, not just the local artists. You got to think bigger. You got to think globally. You got to think nationally. You just got to think past just that one state.
Hmm.
Because Michigan is a great place and everything, but um, it's just so many different ways to grow. Like a lot of artists that come from Michigan, they end up migrating to Atlanta or
Hmm.
what I'm saying, or Cali or whatever, but they migrate to these different places and they get in touch with these different sounds and they rub shoulders with different people. Like I feel like people in Michigan like to stay in Michigan.
Hmm.
That's definitely not the thing to do. It's like you ain't gotta necessarily go big, but I feel like it's important to leave the city and go see, different parts of the world and different parts of the US and just tap in with different types of sounds and different type of people with different mindsets.
No, I agree. I'm from DC, so I'm not from Michigan. So coming here, I definitely noticed that. So it's really good that you're telling people to get out and like hear more, see more, and that will help their music as well. So I know the holidays are coming up, obviously, with all this Christmas stuff that we got in the studio. Are you planning on coming back home? And if or if not, what is the one thing that you have to do once you touch down?
Um, I most of my family out here, so
Hmm.
I celebrate Christmas at my crib and I just kick it here. But um, when I come back, I always just go back to my hometown and just kick it with family. So that's really just my main thing. It's really not much to do in Pontiac, so it's like it's for you go kick it with the people you know and love, and that's about it.
Feel it. I feel it. Like I was just trying to figure out where I needed to go if I am there.
If
So
you're there, I mean, shit, it depends on who you know. If you know some people, that's what you do. But a lot of the activities that people in Pontiac participate in is on the outskirts. You
right.
might go to Arden Hills or something, or go to Great Lakes, or what I'm saying. You might go to the mall here or something like that. But in inner city, it's not much to do. But kick it, friends and family, and it's a small town.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Maybe one day I'll when we have another interview, I can tell you what I actually ended up doing in Pontiac. Maybe.
Yeah, there's some cool clubs downtown though.
Okay, okay. That's my vibe. Okay. So speaking of family, you brought that up in Nine Lives, which I know everyone's been given accolades, but again, I gotta give it. I appreciate you for being as humble and like inspiring with this song and just telling your story in a way that like resonates with people. And I noticed that one of your lyrics you talked about your brother, but instead of just harping on one sibling, because I know you have a few, what is something that each of your siblings have taught you in your life that you take with you?
Um, it's just we are like, we are like close and stuff. Like we help each other a lot. So, I just get a lot of love from them. So it's like I know I got a support system when it comes to my siblings, and they kind of just support me in everything I do and show how much they proud of me and defend me in any situation. So it's just a blessing to have siblings, because a lot of siblings don't be like close for real. Like a lot of siblings split up, especially as you get older. So it's just dope to have. I'm 25, so at this age, it's dope to still be close with my siblings, and we,
Right.
what I'm saying, we stick together.
Yeah. Well, obviously, through all the YouTube videos, I be seeing that y'all be kikiing, having a whole crazy time. Like y'all be killing it, especially Woo Out. That's my favorite human on the entire world. Like
Mm.
that little man has got it. So speaking of him, are we gonna get some projects together? I just need to know. I just need to know if there's gonna be a DDG collab or if there's gonna be a
Yeah,
collaboration album. Okay.
for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have them like do something on my next project, maybe like narrate it or something, something dope to put get the kids involved too. I think that'd be really dope.
If Wu Out narrates your next album, that would be fire.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. And obviously, with everything that you got going on from music to YouTube to being a boxer, like, and now, well, not now, but you've been a CEO of your own entertainment label. Like, is there any projects that we can expect just on that side? Because again, you have a lot of eggs in different baskets.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. With a couple of my artists, and we just trying to get the right music. I just want to have the right rollout, the right layout for them. So, just putting it all together, include myself, and still building up this mogul status and business at the same time while being an artist on the come up as well.
How are you able to like maintain all that and like still stay grounded and from what I see mentally sane? So like how are you able to like deal with all that?
I mean, it's I just get motivated. I just see so many people doing so much, so it's like I just want to do more. I just feel like it's just so much I can do. But lately, I've been getting more into like to hiring people and reaching out and getting more help and to juggle these things and keep them going frequently. So, I'm still working on it. It's definitely difficult to do it all at once, but I feel like it's more motivating and fun to do it than anything.
Right. And with this mogul status, is there anything that you haven't tapped into yet that you want to tap into? Like any other industries that you want the DDG mark on?
Fashion. Fashion is an industry that I'm really like starting to really enjoy. Um, and not just like the clothing aspect and putting it on. It's just like the culture behind it. I
Mm-hmm.
just really, I enjoy the fashion world. I've just been introduced to a lot of different things in fashion, and it's kind of just really appealing to me. So that's definitely something that I want to get into. Whether it's like my own clothes, my own shoes, whatever. But just being in that industry is something that I'm looking forward to.
You've been killing it with the fashion. So I know that I'll be the
You
first
think my
one to
outfits? Think my outfit's good?
yeah.
People be saying I can't dress sometimes. So
They can't dress themselves. That's the problem.
yeah,
So I know that I'll be with my credit card ready to swipe. So that's all I'll say.
it's great to hear.
And with this project, obviously, I have to ask, is there going to be a tour? Are we stopping in Michigan? What are we doing? What's the next steps?
Still working on it. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do my own tour or, I want to go on the road with another artist. So once we get this figured out, and definitely gonna hit the road. That's the best part about it. And for sure, 100% gonna come back to Michigan. Gotta always do that.
Yes, always. Okay, okay. Again, swiping my card. Just announce it and I'll be right there. Be
Yeah.
right there. And with tours, I know that you recently mentioned in your YouTube video that one of your rituals is to take a little shot before you get on stage because you're an
Mhm.
introvert like me, so I feel it. Is there anything else, like a rider or any other things that you have to have in order to get on somebody's stage?
No, that's really it, to be honest. A little bit of tequila, take a little shot, knock the edge off. Um, that's the only thing I can do. I tried to perform high before and it ain't work. Like I got like cotton mouth and it was just like it just was bad and I was forgetting words and stuff. But
Oh no.
I like to I like to get a little bit of liquor in my system so I can have that, that club vibe. I like to go up
Mm,
there I'm in the club and turn up and jump up and down. But it's also dependent on the crowd. You
right.
never know the crowd out there. But one thing I really enjoy doing is performing at festivals, and I feel like everybody in the crowd is already turned. So it's like I
Hmm.
like get a little turned with them just to get on their level so I can match their energy.
Well, Dreamville Fest just announced, and I'm not saying anything, but if I see your name, I'm not going to be surprised.
That'd be amazing.
Like I went last year, and I feel like you would match the vibe, and everyone would like mess with your energy. So again, when it happens, I'm gonna come back to this clip.
Okay.
Is there any other festivals or like dream venues that is on like your bucket list?
I this past summer I did festivals that I didn't even know existed before.
Right.
So I don't know if I did everything or not, but definitely like Coachella. That's something it's on my bucket list.
Hmm.
Um, maybe like Coachella, like Lollapalooza. It's a few different festivals, but I did a lot of them, and it's definitely something that I enjoy doing.
And then last but certainly not least, because I don't want to take your time. Well, I have two more questions. Is there any more new music coming out? I know we just got a project, but your fans are greedy. So I had to ask. Are we having any more drops before the end of the year?
Yeah, I'm actually just finna start rolling out a few singles just to like, feed the fans and stuff, and then that's really how I got my platinum record.
Hmm.
Moon Calabasas, I was just feeding the people. And then, that one song caught on. So
Hmm.
um, that's really where my mindset is now. I just want to get back into that. And I'm just realizing the transition in music right now where it's like it's more frequent than anything. Music really is a weekly basis at this point. So it's like
Yeah.
if you ain't dropping one week, somebody else dropping and somebody else taking your attention. So
Hmm.
it's like I feel like I just got to get more frequent with it.
And again, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself because you're killing it already. So like, be present and understand that like your fans are gonna eat up whatever you give us, obviously.
Thank you.
And last thing, for people who are not fans, who are being like, who is DDG? What's his music? If this is the first time that someone is hearing your voice or hearing your music, what song or project do they have to listen to first?
You can definitely listen to my most recent album. It's Not Me, It's You. Um, you can listen. I feel like Nine Lives is a good featuring Polo G and NLE Chopper. I feel like that's a good intro song for somebody, especially in Michigan.
Hmm.
Um, it's definitely it's giving like snow vibes, you know what I mean? Kick it in the car on the way to work vibes, you know what I mean? So, definitely get at a listen and the whole project really. I feel like it's definitely something that people will listen to and become a long time listener afterwards.
Right. You talked about snowing. It's literally snowing outside, and
Mm,
I'm real sad about it.
that's crazy.
Can't deal with it. It's snowing for the rest of the week.
Mm.
So I'm a little sad. But thank you so much for your time. Again, it's a very full circle. I'm trying to contain myself and not act like a super fan. So I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity.